You know what I'm talking about? So, check it out.
Bikes not bombs.
Bikes not bombs.
Bikes not bombs.
As a matter of fact, first time he got on it, he slipped, landed on his hip and busted his lip.
Bikes not bombs is great. A year ago, I knew nothing about bikes or tools, and now I'm a volunteer coordinator and actually teaching other people how to take apart bikes.
He said it was something so appealing, he couldn't fight the feeling, something about it, he knew he couldn't doubt it.
So all the bikes that the volunteers process will either be going to the warehouse and then going to the shop to be resold locally, or they'll be going overseas to developing countries so they can incorporate them into sustainable infrastructure.
When they said it's getting late in here, so I'm sorry young man, there's no skating here. And so we kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, kick, push.
Bikes not bombs.
Bikes not bombs.
Bikes not bombs is awesome.
What we want to do is put the power back in the youth's hands, and that's why we do programs like Chain Reaction and Biking. We will meet up in the morning, we'll pack up a trailer with a whole bunch of inner tube tool kits that are basically full of all the tools that you would need to fix a bike. We'll take everything we need to basically set up shop somewhere.
We could switch it off. We switch the derailleur, we get you a new one, and we change the cable and the housing. We do outreach here, and it's basically a drop-in time where we have youth of all ages come in, bring their bikes, and we help adjust them. We do usually get a lot of youth that come in with a bike that's unrideable, and by the end of the program, like we get it back up and running, so they get to leave with it.
Bikes Not Bombs helped me notice the mechanics of not only bikes, but the mechanics of the society we're living in.
Working with my hands, also like working with different types of people, you know. Bikes Not Bombs definitely changed the course of my life. Me growing up in Roxbury wasn't easy. There was a lot of violence going on at that time at a young age. A neighbor came to me one day and handed me an application. You know, it was the Earn a Bike program application. From me joining that, I felt like this was the place that I've been looking for, you know. I bump into youth all the time in the streets, and I encourage them to seek out for like a program. Just tell them about our Earn a Bike programs, our vocational programs, you know, stuff that I've done in the past to keep me positive-minded.
Bikes Not Bombs has accomplished so much. I mean, part of the nature of the organization is that while we have this unifying theme of the bicycle, Bikes Not Bombs has actually done a lot of different things, from youth development and community development in Boston and in a whole variety of different communities around the world. The U.S. in 1984 was deliberately trying to undermine the establishment of an equitable society in Nicaragua. So there was this immediate war, and we were saying the U.S. should not be sending military aggression. Bikes Not Bombs set up partnerships in Nicaragua with a variety of Nicaraguan organizations. Many of them for many years were in the disabled community. So we helped set up a huge bike shop in Managua that employed 15 to 30 people. So we created permanent bicycle infrastructure. But there always was an underlying analysis on the part of Carl and myself and all of the other founders of Bikes Not Bombs, the founding board members and the initial volunteers. For any culture to have a petroleum-dependent transportation system was a recipe for world war. To have a truly peaceful world, you have to have environmental sustainability. And in order to have environmental sustainability, you have to have social justice.
Mi nombre es Carlos Enrique Marroquín Machán. Soy originario de aquí de San Andrés Itzapa. Visiteca ahorita es como un tipo de empresa en la cual estamos fomentando el desarrollo comunitario, también desarrollando lo que es la bicitecnología, o sea, las bicimáquinas, para poder ayudar directamente a las familias. ¿Por qué la bicimáquina? Hay dos objetivos. Uno es la educación que se le da a las familias. Incluye el fomento ya de preservar el medio ambiente. Entonces, eso es lo que significa Bicimáquina.
My name is Mia and I go to school at Roosevelt K through 8. My teachers at Bikes Not Bombs are different because they're nicer and they don't put rules in a negative way. They put them in a sort of positive way that you can understand. I think it's important that kids get involved in the environmental issues because they're also the future.
My name's Abdul and I'm 15 years old. I'm a youth ambassador here at Bikes Not Bomb. I have a mentor at Bikes Not Bomb, which is Elijah Evans.
He started in Earn a Bike last summer, and starting in Earn a Bike, you're just at the minimum amount of commitment to the program, and then as soon as he graduated, he wanted to be a volunteer. He was here 25 hours a week, just as much hours as people who were getting paid. And then he got a job here. He was teaching adults in our adult instructor training.
With the mentor program that we started developing is actually helping me because I tell him about how I'm doing in school and how I'm feeling outside of B&B.
All right, you ready? Go ahead. Left turn.
What makes Elijah a good mentor is he actually listens to my problems and always try to find a way on how we could solve them.
I can, see someone who starts off in one place in one part of their life and grow and change and mature and develop into a whole new person.
I had an opportunity to be a leader at such a young age, and at an age I think where I was still very much exploring who I was, who I wanted to be, and how I could help Bikes Not Bombs be a better organization. And I think in that experience I really realized that what I'm driven by is helping people recognize the strengths that they have and harnessing that power in a way that can help build themselves up, their communities, the people around them, and really change the world. Bikes Not Bombs is a place where people feel motivated and invested in an idea, in a concept that coming together is a good thing and that we can solve things together. And I think there's something beautiful about that the rest of the world could really learn from. And if Bikes Not Bombs is a vehicle to allow that in some way, a coming together of people to solve common issues, I think that's something that I want everyone to invest in.